What's up? How you doing? Last night I was out walking my dog Beblik, and across the street was my friend Veluch walking his dog. And Veluch is 6'6", very stocky, but he's got a teeny weeny dog. It's about that size. He called me over. He says, let me ask you a question. I said, what? He said, where'd you get that dog from? I said, a lot of people ask me that question. Let me tell you the story. And I told him a few years back I was on JP Island fishing. It's like 4:30 in the morning. It was dark out, very quiet, very peaceful. And all of a sudden I heard a noise, and I look over and it was an old man with a potato sack, and he was spinning it, and he released it into the water. And as it hit the water, I could hear little puppies barking. I said, that man, he's trying to drown the puppies. So I got into my boat and I went over to the shoreline, and by that time the old man had left. I reached down, I pulled out the potato sack, but it wasn't moving anymore. I opened it up, and inside the potato sack were 5 puppies that had drowned. A few moments later I looked back in and I noticed one of the puppies had moved. I said, that puppy's alive. So I took it out. I have a friend, his name is Filiatro. His father is a veterinarian. So I called Filiatro's house, but nobody was picking up. But, you know, probably sleeping at that time. Right next door to Filiatro's house is another friend of mine. His name is Stivoletti. Stivoletti always has his phone on. I call him up, and he was, you know, what's going on? I said to him, I found a puppy. It's, you know, looks like it's going to die. I have to get it to Filiatro's father, take a look at it, but I can't get a hold of Filiatro. The phone is off. I go, is there any way you can, you know, get a hold of him? On Stivoletti's bureau was a jar of pennies, and he would take those pennies and throw them over to Filiatro's window to wake him up. So he took the pennies, he threw them over, and finally, after a few moments, Filiatro got up. And Stivoletti explained the situation. He said, you know, can you get your father up? There's this puppy, and, you know, told him the whole story. And then he says to me, Filiatro says, bring the dog over right now. I said, okay. The problem is I'm 8 miles away and I don't have a car. I start thinking about it. I go, wait a minute, I got a good friend. He's a taxi driver, Charlie DiGiovanni. He's got like 60 years experience driving a cab. I called him up. He was on duty. He came and picked me up and drove me all the way to Filiatro's house. When I got there, the father took a look at the puppy and he said, yeah, he's like, I don't know if this dog's going to make it. But you never know. Gave the dog 2 shots. Well, time went on and on and on, and the dog gained strength and got big, and he survived. So time went on like it usually does, and I ended up going up the mountains with Beblik. We ended up going up in the wintertime when there was a lot of snow. We were walking around. I had those things that looked like tennis rackets on my feet so I could walk on the snow. And all of a sudden I started hearing a rumbling noise. And I look up at the mountaintop and I notice a big wave of snow coming at us. It was an avalanche. So I started running, and a few moments later the snow caught up with us and I could feel myself tumbling inside the snow. Finally it stops and I'm stuck inside, rock solid. I can't move anything. I'm trying to move my pinky and I can't move my pinky. And I'm in there for a long time and I'm thinking, this is it, this is it. I start kind of blacking out when all of a sudden I hear a digging sound, like a scratching sound above me. And a few moments later, I noticed that the scratching sound is coming from my dog Beblik. He actually located me and was trying to dig me out. Well, he dug me out, and I was thinking, how ironic. I saved his life, and then a few years later, he saved my life. It's unbelievable. It's a good memory. Good memory. And by the way, Beblik, we went to Ancestry.com and we did a DNA thing. He's half Presa Canario and half Nebraskan Husky. They tell me that's a very unusual combination. He's a very good dog. Very good dog.